let's get this started, okay? First thing you need to do is coming up with an idea. So come up with an idea, what you want to do, okay? So when I say ideal, have something planned at what kind of type of business you have, okay? That's the first thing, all right? So the second thing is the first thing, okay? Now let's go back to the first thing. The first thing what you want to do is come up with a name that you like. And when you come up with that name, make sure you stick with that name, okay? If you're going to do an online business, stick with that, okay? If you're going to do a brick or mortar, you stick with that. So a storefront, stick with that name. That name is going to always follow you unless you're going to have something separate, okay? So in the long term, it's going to benefit you as well because of banks when you open up your bank account for your business. So you want to have everything on your paperwork saying the same thing as your account, okay? The same thing as your store, your online business, right? So that's going to basically be you. Always remember that, okay? So nowadays, it's simple as well to market your name, all right? If you're going to do selling on Amazon or do YouTube or anything. So you want to go ahead and just keep that name as well. All right. Now, the first thing with the second thing as your name. Okay. So if you're coming up with that name, all right, make sure it's going to stick with you, like I said. All right. Now let's go to the third thing. The third thing what you want to do is go to the bank. Okay. So when you came up with that name, all right, you go to the bank and you go with your paperwork. I'm gonna have a link below to make it simple for you can go ahead and get your name LLC. So if you want a copyright as well, I'll make it simple and have a link to there. You can get a copyright. Right now, you don't have to have it copyright, but make sure you get that LLC because some states is always on BS and have you running around. All right. So what you want to do as an individual, you want to make sure your state law saying that you can be online business. Most people can use online business and sell anywhere around the world. Okay, if you're in the states, you can basically get your. If you live in California, you can get your LLC in Ohio. Okay, for a cheaper price, as I did. Okay, or you can get into like Maryland. All right. I know New York is very expensive. Illinois is very expensive when you're going to do that. All right. So you want to find a cheaper rate. Okay. Cheaper rate meaning that you as an individual shopping around to find that good bargain, which state going to benefit you. Meaning that when you sell something, they don't come back at you and it's cheaper. Right. So online business is easy to get set up. So if you do online business and sell on Amazon, you'll have no problem. But when you open up that storefront, and if you're in a different state like California, Illinois, or Nevada, you gotta have that business license. Okay. Now, if you're taking that business license, you can't just go out in the street and sell individual items, meaning that you need a peddling license. Illinois, you gotta have your business license and peddling license. So if you're selling an umbrella on that street, you gotta make sure you have that, and also you gotta make sure you have your business license. Okay, so peddling license. Some states you just gotta have a peddling license selling on the street. Some of you gotta have a business license, and some states you gotta have both. You gotta do your own research on that. All right, it takes time. All right. Now, if you're gonna open up a store in California, New York, or Nevada, whatever you're gonna be at, you got to make sure the law state that you can use Ohio LLC to basically do business everywhere. Online, you can, but if you're doing a brick and mortar or a storefront, what's going to happen is that some states going to say, well, you got to have a business license here as well, and you got to be LLC in that state. It's not confusion or nothing like that. I'm gonna leave a link below for you can check it out and do your own research. And with the link you click, you can sign up, get your paperwork done the next day, and they can email your paperwork, whatever how you want. So they have a package deal for you. All right, simple, easy as 1, 2, 3. So after you get done with your website, with your name, with your banks and everything. All right. Now you got to find out what you're going to sell. You should already know what you're going to sell from step one. All right. Some people don't. So if you're going to continue selling that item, you can go ahead and sell more items. All right. So if you're already selling, give you an example, some shoes, some gym shoes, right, online, and you got your own website, and you're using PayPal as your merchant, and you're using taking cryptocurrency. You got to make sure on your website every day everything is legit. All right. Now, if you send some items and go to the flea market, redo a resale, and send it to Amazon, you got to make sure all that link back as one. Why? Because when you do your taxes, it's easiest 1, 2, 3. Okay. Because if you got it separate taxes, now you're doing two different separate things. If you got different LLCs in different states, you got to make sure. Okay. Some states you don't have to pay taxes. Some states you have to pay taxes. Okay. It depends where you at. Okay. Florida, Nevada, and some other states, you don't have to pay taxes. Illinois, California, you got to pay taxes. Meaning that if you got an LLC in California, you're going to have to pay sales tax and tax. All right. And different states like Florida and Nevada, you still have to pay sales tax. The problem is on different individual stuff. Okay. Like stuff like sugar and different stuff. You got to do your own research on that. Okay. I'm not going to do that for you. You just got to make sure which one you're going to do. So you got all your plan situated. All right. So I'm going to leave a link at the bottom. All right. Make sure you comment as well if you need help or anything like that. I try to get back and help some individual people out as well. But make it easy for yourself. Don't make it hard. And business is not hard. Everything is legit. And one more thing too, when you get your set of EIN number, you don't have to go through the company I send you to, unless you just want to pay the whole thing and get everything done. They'll do it for you. But you can get that number for free. All you have to do is go to the IRS.com. All right. But make sure you get your paperwork first, because they're going to ask you your business number. Okay. You put your business number in there, and they'll send you sometimes the same day. They'll send you that EIN number, and you'll be done with that. Okay. After that, we're going to have another video just talking about how you can get your corporate credit going. Okay. So make sure you do this. Okay. If you're going into business and everything, it's simple, easy, 1, 2, 3, and done.